JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a long-running manga and anime series by Hirohiko Araki, a manga lich who acquired the secret to immortality in 1987. It's captivated a large audience with a blend of unique art, creative fight scenes, and of course, dramatic posing. As a fan of the anime and a fan of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, I got to work homebrewing with the goal of something that felt true to JoJo yet was balanced for 5th edition. This series of videos will detail the features of the class, including over 8 subclasses based off of stands from parts 3 through 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The skeleton for this class was pulled from an article on D&D Wiki. I'll include the link in the description, but I want to warn you, it's mostly memes. Some stands were horribly imbalanced, and most had ability names that were references to the users themselves, not what the stand could do. For instance, the Hierophant had an ability called, "No one can just deflect the Emerald Splash!" And this is a little too silly. I want something a little more serious, so I elaborated on this class. I think I turned it into something pretty good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This video is specifically about the general features regardless of subclass. Warning. This video may contain spoilers for numerous parts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with thalassemia, seek professional help. And I present the stand user class. Stands in their basic forms are a manifestation of one's own soul and inner strength. They come in multiple shapes and sizes, from the fast and nimble, the secretive and insidious, and the slow but measurably destructive. The stands of those born into certain bloodlines tend to be stronger. All stands are only visible to other stand users or those of latent mystical ability or magical skill. The users of stands are driven by fate into grand journeys and epic adventures. Their travels leave lasting scars and memories on their souls as their stands change and grow alongside them. And now we get into the important part, which is the features. 1d8 per level for hit dice. And I chose a d8 because a d10 felt too tanky for me. And there's some math later on that I'll show in the video that'll prove that it would be too tanky. Hit dice, 1d8 per level. I didn't want them too tanky, so I chose the Warlock one. And you get to add your Constitution modifier. No armor proficiencies. You're proficient with simple weapons, 2 tools of your choice, saving throws, skills. Yeah. Those are things. I chose Charisma and Wisdom because the sand is a manifestation. Woo! Manifestation of your will. You're bringing it out into existence. And Wisdom because I thought that would be cool. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the table. Spirit points. 1 for... Oh my... Okay, there it is. It's working. 1 per level. Manifestation of Will. You have a stand, and it is advised that you record your stand's features and ability scores on a separate sheet. You can summon or recall your stand with a bonus action. When you call it out, it occupies the same space as your character, and will follow you of its own accord within 5 feet, unless you tell it otherwise. The stand's alignment matches your own, and you can telepathically communicate with it. It has the same hit points as you, in its stats or your stats. Any spells or effects that would target or affect your stand targets or affects you instead. If your stands are manifestations of the spirit. Some abilities require the use of spirit points, and your maximum level can be viewed on the stand user table. Spent points are regained at the end of a rest. Stand users live in conflicts with Stand Strong is the name of the ability. Forgot to mention that. Being at first level, you can, while not wearing armor, you can resist an amount of non-magical piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage, equal to your proficiency bonus, once per short rest. Exchange blows. At second level, when you're damaged by a hostile creature, you can make a DC 10 Constitution check. On a success, you gain 1 stack of exchange blows. You can hold a number of stacks equal to your proficiency bonus. Expending a stack as a reaction allows you to make a retaliation attack, if they're in range. Alternatively, you can expend 1 stack as an extra attack, and it requires 1 spirit point to use a stack, and you can only use 1 stack per turn for balancing. Also at second level, you can exploit the weakness in a creature's defense. Every time you land a successful melee attack, until the end of your next turn, it lowers the creature's AC by 1. That's just you and your stand. It's not going to stack like where you land 3 hits, the fighter lands 4, and the barbarian just comes in and their AC is 5. No, nothing like that. Nothing too crazy. Denting blows. At third level, if you are grappling or being grappled, you gain advantage on attacks. This feature extends to creatures who are too big to be grappled, yet you are clinging onto them. You're also able to attack with your stand as a bonus action while in this condition. Additionally, your stand gains +1 to hit with any weapon it is proficient with. Ability score improvements. If I need to explain that, you might want to learn, watch Matt Mercer's videos about how to play the game, or just any video about how to play the game, because that's not what the point of this video is. Stand tough. Starting at 6th level, your unarmored AC becomes 12 plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus, and I'm thinking about lowering that to 10, and I just had that thought right now, so I'm going to do it without editing it out of the video. In addition, you can expend 1 spirit point as a bonus action to gain advantage on checks and saving throws made to escape restraints, grappling, and the paralysis condition. Stand proud. Starting at 10th level, you can add your strength or charisma modifiers to saving throws rolled to prevent or remove the charmed and frightened conditions. Long travels. Your travels and journey have caused you to adapt to rough obstacles you face. Starting at 14th level, when you complete a rest, double the amount of hit points you roll for and remove 1 level of exhaustion. Unshakable will. Your years of battle have given you the ability to ignore some of the most detrimental battle conditions. Starting at 17th level, you gain advantage made to prevent being blinded, stunned, or poisoned. Blinded? I said that right. Alright. Season stand. At 18th level, your stand gains +1 to hit with any weapon they are proficient with. That's straightforward as well. Requiem. Beginning at 20th level, your stand unlocks its inner potential. Your stand's movement range increases by 30 feet, and subclass features can be used as bonus actions. Subclass features still require spirit points, and additional Requiem abilities vary by stand. To explain this movement range thing, a stand, depending on the subclass, can only move a certain distance away from you. So the Star, which has crazy powerful physical strength, it can only move about 5 feet away. But the which one was it? The Hierophant, which doesn't have the greatest, unarmed strikes necessarily. It has a lot of ranged abilities. It can move up to 30 feet already. And then that, range increases even more. So, that one's pretty straightforward. I said I would do some math to talk about the hit dice, didn't I? Well, I have this pulled up. This is a 20th level stand user with a average charisma or constitution modifier, just none. And already using the average amount of hit points per dice, 103 hit points. So, if you raise your constitution up to 20, you're ending up with 203 hit points just off the bat with that at, end games things. And some subclasses actually allow you to raise your constitution above 20 to 22, which means you're getting another 20. So 220 hit points. With the new AC thing, basically, if you max out your charisma by the upper levels, no matter what your subclass is, your armor class is 19. Which is, 10 plus your charisma modifier 5 plus a... Oh, wait, no. I still messed that up. Wow. It's still 21. That's crazy high. What do you know? Anyway. But, yeah. So, if you had done a D10 with the average being, 7 or something... Let's see. 7 times 19, 70... Wow, why can I not math? I can't math today. Is anyone else feeling that? I don't know. Basically, it's a lot of hit points. I'm just going to say that and move on with the ending of the video, which I'm going to say, please, comment on what you think about this class. If you play test some of it, which you really can't do until I get into the subclasses, yeah, just comment, subscribe, whatever you feel is the proper response to this. And I'll see you next time, because I do plan on making videos highlighting each of these subclasses, and maybe more, because I definitely have plans for a lot more, because there's a ton of stands, and some of them are really cool, and I wanted to include them. They add different things to the table compared to other stands. Well, yeah, that's it.